Hey, my loves, it's your girl Corey Love back with another Carefree Cinema Conversation. Now, you know this month is very special. I am honoring many women that's in the film industry. Tonight, we're going to be speaking with Ariel Franklin. Ariel is out of Cleveland, Ohio. But before I bring her on, I just want to give a shout out to our sponsor for tonight, Blossom Beauty Company. If you're not already following them, make sure you follow them. Did you guys see the results from this company? Did you see the results in those photos? Like, if you're not already following, make sure you follow them. So Blossom Beauty and Wellness Company is a company that has luxurious, natural hair, skin, nails, everything to get you together. So make sure you follow them on Instagram. It's blossom_beauty_co. Your host, Corey Love. That's me. I'm going to go ahead and bring our guest right on in tonight, Ariel Franklin. Welcome.
Hey.
Thank you for being a part of the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Corey. I'm so excited.
I'm excited too. Like, I can't wait for everybody to hear about all the amazing things that you do. So for those of you that are tuning in, this is Ariel Franklin, like I said, out of Cleveland, Ohio. Now, you know when you go into like Nordstrom's and Macy's and JCPenney's and all those, you see those really cute displays and the people with clothes that look like they're looking back at you. So this is something that Ariel does. She styles them. She creates all these nice sets in these companies. So tell us a little about that. Tell us the right title.
So it's just I'm called a visual merchandiser, my role at the store. Yeah. So we're responsible for putting together all of the displays and the mannequins, styling. It's a lot of styling, a lot of art. So we're actually in the middle of window week right now. We call that window week because we change all the windows throughout the store. Yeah, and it's a new like installation of like an art installation, including the styling on the mannequins as well. So that's what I do for my day job, and I love it. I love my team. I love the store that I work at. It's really dope. So, and I get to be artistic and have fun with other artsy people, and so it's really dope.
And that must be like such a fun job because this is something that you love to do. So I can imagine the ball y'all be having in there.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
What got you started in film? Because I know you're gonna have a film coming out very soon.
Yes. So I've always been into acting and storytelling. So when I was a kid, I would just watch movies. That was the only thing I did. I just would watch movies, and I spent a lot of time by myself. So I have this huge imagination.
I can imagine.
Yeah. So I started out with that, and just being into film that I could see in front of me. And then I was like, well, I want to make my own, one day. I want to be in one. And that was like crazy to a lot of people growing up. They were like, what do you mean you want to be in a movie? Like that Halle Berry was, because she's from Ohio. She's from, she went to Bedford, which is like our rival school. I went to Maple. She went to Bedford. I'm like, I could just be like Halle, right? And everybody, like, I won't say everybody, but like there were people that mattered to me that were like, that's not realistic. Like that, And so I didn't believe them. And it was because of that, people very close to me saying that, kind of like limiting me, that I just stopped talking to them about anything that I wanted to do. And I just started doing it.
Yes.
And I went to New York for Fashion Week because I'm into fashion as well as film. They go hand in hand. I'm a wardrobe production stylist as well. And I can talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
But I moved to New York on accident. So I went for Fashion Week, just for Fashion Week. And then I ended up staying for like 5 years.
No, that was not an accident.
I was like, oh shoot, I need money now. I need a job now. And then I ended up like just staying like another month. And then I was like, oh shoot, I need a job. So I got a job. Ended up having to find a place to live, which was crazy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, did a little bit of couch surfing, and some really wonderful people looked out for me that they didn't
Right.
have to look out for me. They didn't know me. I'm not from New York City. So they,
Right.
looked out for me. So because I stayed in New York, I was working in fashion, and then I was also working in film, and that's how I kind of entered into the indie film industry in New York City. So that's like my journey in a short span.
That is so funny. You say you accidentally moved there. Now, that's one I've never heard before.
Yeah.
I really, really like that. Now,
Yeah.
doing all those things, you kind of have to be like effective and efficient because, and keeping up with the trends and things like that. So how do you do that?
Um it's like a lifestyle for me. I eat, sleep, breathe, film and fashion. All my free time goes towards that. So what I wear every day, how I carry myself, who I follow on Instagram, what I watch on television. I just
Mm,
I consume fashion and film every minute of every single day. And so it inspires me, it motivates me, and so I end up it when you're filled up with something so much because of
mhm.
so much consistent consumption, you end up it comes out of you.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it happens, but the efficiency portion of it is very important to me because um being a part of up and coming things, or things that are people are just like startups and things like that. um Sometimes like things can be like balls can be dropped, right? And you just
Mhm.
don't know everything as a newcomer in within an industry, right? And so um I watched a lot of mistakes happen, and I watched a lot of efficiency. I was a part of some really great projects, and I was a part of some stuff that needed a little more TLC. And it happens. And all the filmmakers, especially in the indie film industry, I won't even say that because stuff happens on Hollywood sets too, um,
Mhm.
for real. And so just realizing all of that stuff and having that experience, I am so strict and stern on my set. I
Mhm.
don't and it's not because like well, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't because I'm worried about people, what they think of me, because that's the thing. But
Yeah, that's your job. I mean,
it is, but I care about what the experience that my cast and crew has, because I know both sides of the experience, what it could
yeah.
be,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
so I'm like, no, I have to make sure that my actors feel absolutely comfortable. Or if I'm working with models on a creative direction project, or a project that I'm creative directing, I have to make sure my models are comfortable, the actors are comfortable. I have to make sure that my crew is comfortable. Everybody needs to be fed. Everybody needs to be paid. Everybody, like anything that I promised you, and if I'm inviting you to lend your talent, lend your time, extend yourself, share with me to make my dream, come true. How can I give back to you? So when I invite you into that space, I need to make sure you feel free to be creative and to be your best self. So that's where the efficiency comes from, because it matters to people, their experience. And I want to be able to build a good community,
Yeah.
so you can do more things.
Yes, yes. It sounds like it's a ball working with you though. Like you make sure we're all good, or your team is all good.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. Because I think that's what will bring people back. That will make people want to work with you. So
Yes.
continue doing what you're doing. So Top Productions on Instagram asked, what inspires you the most about film?
Oh, thank you for asking a question. That's so cool. What inspires me the most about film? The magic, making
Mm.
impossible things happen, like people living in the future, living in the past, traveling time. You got magic, you got, people making things out of nothing and
Right.
looking real, and you believe it, and you just get this, like, I love magic. I love movie magic. It's so dope, and so, like, that's a huge part of it, and then another big part is the wardrobe piece of it all. Like, I dig into the clothes like nobody's business. I
Mm.
love jumping into the wardrobe of it all. So that's a big thing. So I'll be watching a movie and be like, "Oh, that's amazing!" Or I even be watching the news channel, anything on television, and like, they should have put her shirt this way, or they should have put.
Oh my gosh.
I'm looking at everything, and I'm like, or I'll say, like, this wardrobe is so perfect for that scene. They really drove that home. I understand who this character is better because they dressed her perfect.
Mm.
So that stuff gets me going. That's what I love.
I need to do a live review with you. I would love to do
That
a
would
review.
be so fun, Corey.
To you, it's like, oh my God. No, I'm not a dresser. I don't like it. I suck at it. I dress. When I dress, I look good now. Don't get me wrong. But I hate shopping. I'm like not the ordinary girl. So listening to you, you can feel and see the passion in you saying that. So we definitely got to connect for sure.
Yeah.
Top Productions LLC said that's it. I absolutely love it. Now you talk about magic and all of that now. So if you guys don't know, before I tell you this, first of all, if you're just tuning in, I'm speaking with Ariel Franklin. She's a visual merchandiser. She's a talented writer. She's a creative director. She's a filmmaker. She's a wardrobe. She's whatever you need her to be. She can do it, okay? So if you're not already following her, make sure you follow her on Instagram at INHRTNCE, Inheritance, but you got to pull out some of the letters. It's right here scrolling on the screen. Follow her now on Instagram. And she also does, consultations for creative directing, whether you're local or out of town. Tonight, the show is being sponsored by Blossom Beauty Co. If you're not already following them as well, follow them on Blossom_Beauty_CO, where you can get all your luxurious natural hair, skin, and your wellness essentials. Okay, so we can make sure our skin is glowing. Listen, did y'all see that girl skin transformation? So that's proof. Pictures don't lie. Trust me, they don't lie. They show your weight, they show your skin, everything. So you know that it works. Make sure you check them out. I can't wait to get my package because I got a little, little stuff. We all have a little something we want to fix and do better. So make sure you check them out again. Also, Blossom_Beauty_CO on Instagram. So you talked about magic. Now, how I found you. So we met through a mutual friend, right? And Sasha still. Yes. And I'm so glad she introduced us. So Sasha is a cinematographer in Cleveland as well. And I met her through another friend. So Sasha introduced me to you. I looked at your page because I don't like contact everybody that somebody tell me about. So I looked through your page and I was like, because you're coming out with a film, The Heart Ones. And I'm a little bit like you. I just love film. I love seeing things transform and come together. Now, your book, when I saw it, I was like, this giving me a little Alice in Wonderland, right?
Yes.
So, and you see mine's on my shelf, right?
Look, I got mine too. I love it.
Yeah, let me just show y'all this packaging, first of all. Let me show y'all this packaging, number one. So this is her box. This is what she ships it in. Well, it comes in another package, right? Y'all see it? I'll show y'all my address. This is the box. How amazing is this? And I undid it because I read mine, but I have it back up on my shelf. This was wrapped up in this paper. It was just all so cute. Like, so it's basically her book that she said, yes, there you go. So this is her book. Tell us about it. The film's not out yet. You just basically have a pilot. So I don't want to say too much. So I'm gonna hand it on over to you right now.
Yes. So The Heart Wants is about a young woman. Her name is Marie, and she has the most perfect life. She just got engaged. She has the best job where she can be helpful in her community, and she's loved by everyone. So she's very happy. And suddenly, because of her compassionate heart, she gets into some things that caused her to be murdered, and she ends up in heaven. And she wakes up in heaven, and she's like, wait, I'm not done with my life. I need to go back. Like, I had so much going on. And so God and the angels told her, no, like, we can't let you go back to earth. And so she goes and finds herself in another realm. And in this realm, it is not hell or heaven. And she's just in between this weird space. And there's a demon that sees her desperation. He can see that she's lost, that she's looking and in need of something, and he takes advantage of it. And so that is what the story is about. And then she ends up, he helps her get back to earth, but it's at a terrible cost. And
Yeah, that's it. We're not gonna give them the more. Where can they see the pilot? Well, I call it a pilot, but you call it something else.
Yeah, so it is a proof of concept. And so the proof of concept is a short version of the film where I pulled the most one of the most pivotal scenes in the story, and I filmed that. This was extremely expensive and time consuming, and it was just like the short version of it. But I needed to do it because I'd written it, and people were reading it, and they were like, I can see what's happening. Like, I can see the colors, everything you're describing. I want to see this. And I was like, let me try to do something. I'm like, I don't have $20 million.
Yeah.
So that it
So
takes.
that's what it looked like it's gonna cost you.
So
Oh my
go
God.
on my website and donate, y'all.
Yes. If you guys check out the proof of concept, you're gonna want to support this. So thank you. Top Production is still here viewing with us, and they said, congrats on your film. As a filmmaker myself, you have my support. Cheryl also says she can see you lighting up, talking about the art's awesome lady. And Cheryl is an awesome supporter as well. So make sure you follow her, Cheryl_Shake. And also Top Production LLC. There's a lot of other people on here. Harkless Norma, Mike Reeves, who is a singer out in Texas. Miss Taj, she's out in California. There's quite a few people on here. My girl J Dub Mama, she is on here as well. Make sure you guys follow Inheritance or follow her, Ariel Taisha, also on Instagram. Check out her website. I mean, y'all know I don't give you nothing that ain't right, okay? So trust me, you got this tonight for sure. Make sure you follow her and make a donation. Now, she tried to give me this book. You can't be raising money and giving away stuff, baby. So I made sure I paid you guys, okay? Trust me, it is worth every dollar for the book. The packaging itself will make you want to order another one, okay? Order two and give somebody one.
Yeah, it's a good gift too.
I mean, literally, it's amazing. Now, sometimes I know what you did with the proof of concept. I could not remember that for anything. Is this something that you do for other brands? Like, I know you help with video shoots and other films and things. Is this something you do? You create that digitally, or you just go and you make it happen?
So I help anybody who's trying to start something or just trying to speak to their brand. Like they want people to understand who they are, what they're trying to present to the world, and sometimes they don't know how to create maybe a campaign, or they don't know how to create even like a setting for, maybe a backdrop for a photo shoot, or a, a campaign for an entire relaunch, or anything. I don't know, anything that they want to do. Like, and I will talk to them about that. And so one of the things I've done is just I think I have ADHD, by the way. So I can go off the rails. I'm trying to figure that out right now. I don't
I
know.
think we all got it a little bit.
So wait, can you ask the question again?
That's the creativity in you. So your brain is working so much that you get thrown
108.
off. I get it. Trust me. I'm just saying, like, what are some things you do to help people with the creativity for their?
Yes, anything they need, really. I mean, if I have a skill that I can help with, I've even been thrown in front of the camera. Like, Ariel, can you model,
Mm-hmm.
to present? And I've done that. So, one of my friends, she's a wardrobe stylist, and she wanted to present like her styling abilities. And
Mm-hmm.
she doesn't need me to style or anything else because she's a creative herself. So she was like, I need you to model the clothes.
Okay.
Okay. Or I worked with Blossom Beauty Company, and
Mm-hmm.
I love their stuff. I've used their stuff for 5 years. Like,
That's
well,
awesome.
actually 6 now. I've been using their stuff, and I love it. Used for my hair, skin, everything. I talked to so I helped her with her very first campaign.
Nice.
So, and it was just because I saw that she had this beautiful brand, and I was using it myself, and I was like, we have to let people know how great this is.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so we came up with like the concept, and I put together a mood board for her. She thought it was great, and so we moved forward with it. I have another friend. She is a
Mm-hmm.
upcycles vintage pieces,
Mm-hmm.
and we put together fashion shows for her so that people could see her stuff on the runway and see just how beautiful it is, touch it, feel it, just
Yeah.
having that in-person connection. So it's really just whatever you're trying to do, I can pretty much help you with that and guide. And I like to allow the person to speak to whatever they're trying to do, and I just help. I really do step back a lot. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I can be I have a big personality. I can be a lot. And so I'm very careful in those situations where I'm just like, "Hey, what do you want to do?" And I make sure that they feel confident enough to
That it.
do
Yes.
whatever they need to do.
Yes, I can attest to that because we've had conversation on some things that I'm working on, so I'm excited about that. I get excited about stuff, but even with my stuff, she got so excited. So guys, I tell you guys all the time when I speak, and I tell y'all things, I'm not just making it up for likes and comments and all that stuff. Like, I make sure I do my research so that I can give you guys facts about whatever it is that I'm talking about. So make sure you check her out. Top Production asked, when will the trailer hit? And I'm assuming the proof of concept will be considered that, or
So,
no?
well, the trailer is actually on my website on inheritance.com.
Mhm.
INHRTNCE. It's right at the bottom here.com. And you can watch the trailer, but the proof of concept is now available. I just put it up in January because I premiered it publicly in December.
Mhm.
Finally, and because I needed it to go through the film festival circuit a little
Mhm.
bit first, and so and it was accepted into the Carmarthen Bay Film Festival in Wales last year, which was
Hmm.
crazy. I went to Wales, and like the people at CBFF Film Festival, they were so kind and loving to me. I'm still in conversation with them about developing my film to its fullness. But they accepted my proof of concept into their film festival, and they've been helping me with developing it. So that's cool. Yeah, but so yeah, so I forgot where I was going.
No, you're so funny. But for those of us, or some of our viewers that may not know, getting accepted into a film festival means what?
It just means that you get more views, more connections with people. You get awarded. You have a possibility to say that your film is an award-winning film, or it's
Yes.
been accepted into a film festival, and that adds more accolades and just more eyes onto your project. So it's definitely good. I would say, side note, Film Freeway is what I used. So if
Uh-huh.
you go to filmfreeway.com, for those of you who have projects that you want to try to submit to film festivals, it's a huge platform. It's like a big mall for film festivals.
For films, yeah.
You submit your film,
Yeah.
and you can incorporate that into your budget as well. So when you are thinking about how much it's going to cost to produce your film, you need to also allocate funds to just the film festival submission alone,
Yeah.
because it's very expensive, and you don't get accepted to all of them. You might not.
Oh, no, I just assumed.
You
Now, I
don't.
didn't know that. I didn't know that they don't accept. Okay.
Not always, no. So like
Okay.
sometimes they're just not looking for whatever it is that you offered or whatever, but you don't get accepted to everything. So you spend the
Mm.
money on hopes and dreams, and
Got you. See, I did not know that. That's something I just actually learned. Wow. Okay. That is interesting. Um, Everyone's saying congratulations, congratulations.
yeah.
Todd said that's true. Todd, drop your name because I I keep saying Todd Production. I know that's not your name. That's your business name. Congrats. They understand as well because they do submit films to film festival. So I'm glad you mentioned that because I did not know. But the website again is here, www.inhrtnce.com. Make sure you check it out for sure. And show your support. Like she says, put some things in your budget. I tell people that all the time. I mean, I have a budget for random stuff just because, like, supporting others as yourself.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
With all the things that you're doing, I know that you work in the community with others. Tell us a little bit about some of the things you do there.
As in, like, within, like, the community, like, what do you mean?
In your city, like with the youth.
So I am a recluse.
Mm.
I help by like like it's an introduction. So if I already knew you, or if somebody tells me that I need to connect with you, like I noticed, like, you mentioned, like, you don't do anything that's not top
Yeah.
quality. You're not going to share anything that's not going to be good for the parties that are connecting with each other. And I'm
Right.
the same way. So I've always been very, like, I'm a little I can be super friendly,
Yeah.
but also, like, I get anxiety and stuff like that. So I'm not a super, like,
Yeah. You're intro extra like me.
that's exactly it. Like, I'm crazy and wild with people
I
that
get it.
no, but I'm not that girl. And I actually spent, like, the last 2 years of my life figuring out who I am and accepting that about me. And, because people will project things onto you. It's just like, oh, well, you're talented and you have this personality. You should, you should be this certain way, or you should be accessible, or you should be open. And I would try to put that on because I thought that was how it's supposed to be, but I had to be honest and say, like,
That's not you.
not me.
It
And
probably was a train to attempt to do what they said you should do. Trust me. I get it.
so
I
now
get it.
I'm not, like, but I connect with who I connect with. And when I ride for you, I will do anything for you. I will go out of my way to help you. I don't, it's not always about money.
Yeah.
Especially with this up and coming, when you're starting something off, it's not always about, like, getting paid for every little thing all the time. Sometimes, it's an exchange, and it's just like an even exchange. It's like, I'm gonna help you with your brand, and you you can help me with my brand somehow, and we just work it out. So it's all those different types of things. But
yeah, I get it. I totally get it. Trust me. People see me doing this, like, oh my God, your energy. And literally, you guys would not believe, like, when I'm done, it's like, whew.
It's a lot. I need a couple days. Like,
that's like when I did a film festival. I did Biffle. I was on the board, so I was at Biffle. And you gotta go around. You gotta network. And when I got back to my hotel room, I was done. That was it. When I got back home, listen, give me 2 weeks. Yeah, I need 2 weeks. My children know this. Yes. Yes, for sure. It's about building relationship. His name is Mark Anthony. Thank you, Mark Anthony Short. I don't know if you mean Mark Anthony Short is the last name or Mark Anthony. That sounds like a definitely a famous name. It just
Mark
Anthony. Yes. And Beauty Co. Says the best creative direction ever. Now, guys, I try to wrap it up, but we do have a game that we play at the end. But before we play the game, what is a question that you get asked all the time? I ask all my guests the same thing, just because I know with what y'all do, there's something that people ask you.
I think I give off like boundaries really heavily. I'm a big boundary girl. So people don't ask me stuff.
But that's good. I think that's good. Like, don't be coming to me with everything. No,
I can be like, because I'm like this, right? And then like if I feel uncomfortable, my energy can shift.
Like, what's your zodiac sign?
Virgo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It can be one. It's not in the middle. It's not. You're not gonna. It's one end. Either I'm like super duper open, or I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. So Capricorns are like that. We are very much like that. So trust me, I get it.
But I would say a question that I have gotten a lot throughout my life is like, what don't you do? Like, you do everything. Like, you know how to do everything. What don't you do? I do get that question a lot. And
creative.
Creative.
That's
yes, I am. I love being creative. I love doing, whatever I feel. So that I think I do get that question a lot. That's something I get asked a lot. So, which is really beautiful. But I'm not outside enough for people to like approach me with weirdness and like,
weirdness,
which is okay. Like I'm also compassionate too, because some people are awkward, socially awkward. They might say something weird. It doesn't mean I'm gonna cut you off and never speak to you again. But like, I'm too recluse.
I literally just figured, like, I just learned that people are socially out, because I couldn't understand it. Like, I'm like, how? You go out, you see somebody, you speak, you keep moving. But some people just one direction, don't want to be, So I get it. I absolutely get it. Listen, this has been so much fun, guys. If you have any more questions, drop your questions in the question box or just drop it on Facebook. We will definitely see it here. Again, those of you that are tuning in, I am speaking with Ariel Franklin, talented writer. She's a creative director. She's a filmmaker. She's a wardrobe stylist. She is whatever you need her to be. She can make it happen. So if you're not already following her, make sure you follow her on Instagram at Ariel Taisha or Inheritance, and it's not at the bottom. It's at the bottom of the screen. It's scrolling across. So your shirt too. Cute. I love that. That's right. Showing your brand, honey. And also follow our sponsor for tonight, which is Blossom Beauty Co. And Blossom Beauty, I keep messing it up. Blossom Beauty Wellness. She could probably kill me. Blossom Beauty and Wellness Company. That's a space where you can get all your luxurious natural hair, skin, and wellness essentials on Instagram at blossom_beauty_co. Okay. Let me show you my little commercial I made for them.
So good. I literally have the hair oil right here.
Yeah.
I use it every day. Yeah.
Yes, blossombeautycompany.com. So we're going to jump into the game. Y'all ready?
I love a speed round.
So basically, it's would you rather tonight, and so I think I'm gonna do it with all the ladies for this month, but of course I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. So I'm gonna ask you something. Would you rather A or B, and you can answer with it, whichever one, A or B. You can't say both, or you can't say none. You have to choose one.
Okay.
Okay, ready? And those of you that are viewing, you can answer for yourself too. It's just a little fun thing. All right.
I love it.
Let's go. So, would you rather go swimming or hunting?
Hunting.
Would you?
I'm a
Would you?
very good shot.
You're what?
I'm a very good shot. Like that's like a little known fact. I can shoot anything I aim at.
Y'all watch out now. She did say she could do anything, right? So, all right. So we need to go to the range when I come.
Yes.
Mook says they like B, hunting. So would you rather have a 1-minute conversation with your past self or your future self?
My future self.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, what we doing out there? What are we
I like that.
now?
Would you rather act and sing in every film or teach others to act?
Act and sing in every film.
I don't like musicals. I couldn't do it.
Oh, I love musicals. They're
Oh my God, I can't. After like the second song, I was like, okay, can we just watch a movie?
Yeah. You're like, all right, they about to sing again.
Yes. Would you rather know what your pet thinks of you or never hear them speak?
I would love to hear animals talk. That would be dope.
Dr. Doolittle,
Yes. I would be like, that would be so fire.
It would. Like, oh my God, that's me right there.
Yes.
Would you rather be a stylist or a writer? Hi, Miss Clarity.
Oh my God. No, you didn't.
I said she gonna freak out for this one.
This is the question I've been asking myself my entire life. And like there's seasons where I'm just all into film, or there's seasons where I'm all into fashion, and I just can't leave one alone. I just jump back and forth. I'm living a double life. Writer or stylist?
Tough. You could be a writing stylist. That's all. That's what you do now.
It gotta be together. But I mean, you said I have them follow the rules.
Whew.
This is for the game, okay?
I love when my guests get stomped. It's so funny to me.
You have a guess, you said?
No, you. I like when y'all get stomped. Like
that was good. I would I had to say why. So styling only because I can style in my movies, and I will always be a part of the fashion process in my films. And so it's the styling for me, and it's always been my bread and butter. Like when film wasn't making me money, when I wasn't able to make money in New York, you know, I did get paid for a couple of things with acting or whatever, but it wasn't as much as like working on Fifth Avenue. Like we get treated like royalty out there. So like when I didn't have money and I needed something, like my fashion always like paid me. So like I would have to go in with that if I had to choose.
Yeah.
I don't have to choose.
But I'm thinking you can be a stylist and your styles can tell a story.
They always do.
Yes.
They always do.
We're going to finish each question, and I want to talk about something you wore. So,
yeah.
Would you rather style a male or a female?
Female.
Would you rather eat only French fries for 1 week or ice cream?
French fries.
Oh, yes. McDonald's?
Yes. I love those fries. I love
yes. Would you rather play board games or watch movies?
Watch movies.
Would you rather be on a dating show or a survival show?
Dating show. Because I can eat dinner. I don't need to survive. I don't want to survive. I want to thrive. Oh, I'm not struggling.
That's funny.
Yeah,
And the last one, which some people always give a story, reason behind it. Would you rather have a pause or a rewind button in your life?
So pause only because if I had a rewind button, I would rewind all the time. I would be like, I need to change that. I need to fix that. I need to, and I would never make it to the future. I'd be like trying to
Keep fixing one thing. I like that response. I absolutely like that. That was funny.
Yeah, no, and I don't want to pause anything, like, because I always want to see what's next. So,
What's happening? Yeah.
I need to be present.
Hey, Tammy from Miami. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you follow TVM Business Solutions. She is an amazing virtual assistant. She can help you with everything that you need for your business. So another thing about me, guys, if you don't notice, when somebody jumps on my live and I know what they do, I'm going to tell you about them. So it doesn't matter where you're at. Virtual assistant is virtual. So they can help you wherever they're at. Okay. Again, this is Ariel Franklin, designer, creative director. Well, technically you are too. Stylish, talented writer, anything that you need with styling, film making, wardrobe stylist, all that good stuff. If you're not already following, make sure you follow her on Instagram. Before we go, the picture that you sent me, that outfit that you had on, I believe it was your book launch, right? It was like a vest, a jacket, a vest, but it was like
it was my film screening, my premiere for my
yes
in December.
I thought that was I was trying to put the picture up, but I can't get it.
Yeah,
but that outfit was obviously, we know you styled yourself, but we're gonna definitely share that picture somehow with the other guys. If you notice the flyer,
yes,
let me see if I can pull it up here.
Outfit. Like, I can probably find it in my phone. I can get it.
Do you guys have any questions for her, or I can't do it on my laptop? Any questions? Any questions at all? Yeah, Shawana says the true definition of I'm every woman. I like that.
Oh, I love that song. That song is long. I love that song.
All right, guys, we're gonna she's looking for the picture. You guys gotta see this. I thought it was so cool. Like, I love design and stuff, but I can't style like y'all do.
Oh my gosh. So here is, this is a good one.
Let me see if I could zoom you in. Hold on. How do I do it? Yeah, don't judge me. I'm trying to learn this thing, okay? Why is it making you small? It needs to make you big. Okay.
There it is.
Y'all see that? It went like,
that's yeah.
It's just something about the vest on the blazer. I thought it was so cool.
Yeah, and then we built that arch, by the way. Like,
yes, remember I asked you about that? Yes.
So the outfit, this is actually a full jumpsuit. So it's a vintage suit that was turned into a jumpsuit. It was connected. So she upcycled this very nice vintage suit. And I think it was a men's suit originally, possibly. And she sewed it together to make it a full jumpsuit. And then the corset, that is made of almost 40 ties or something like that. So vintage ties were sewn together to create the vest. I'm sorry, the corset. And that I put around me. That was something that I had already owned, and that was gifted to me by the designer for some work that I had done. And then the top that I'm wearing under it is like hearts, because
okay, the heart one.
All hearts, and it's like long. It's actually a dress. it's a mini dress that I was like, I need to wear something under this because
Mm-hmm.
it was see-through in the back, and I'm
Oh, that's so
you know,
cool.
so that's the deal.
Nice. I know
Yeah.
that was a hit. That's a one out. Ain't nobody has got that outfit.
No, they don't, and that's why I go to Sixth Street Vintage, because, like,
I need to check her out for sure
yes.
because I have a thing with blazers. I love blazers,
Woo!
but I got some from Shein. But I've seen people with it. Like you're gonna probably see things or whatever. But I was like, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to right now.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah, yeah.
definitely need to hit her up.
All the goodies, and she can tailor things to you and
Yeah,
customize things, so, yeah.
good. Blossom asks, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Thank you, Cheryl.
In 10 years, I mean, honestly, I just hope to be comfortable. I hope to be happy. I hope to be surrounded by love, family, friends. I just hope to have joy in my life. I hope to be in to just have a strong connection with God, just to keep on having, like, just be grounded. Like, I want those things. I used to spend a lot of time wanting to be somewhere or be someone, or all these
Mhm.
things, and that does not fill up my life. So as far as, like, as long as I'm comfortable and I have, like, a heated blanket, heated floors, like, my roof over my head, where, like,
Yeah.
it's beautiful. It doesn't have to be a mansion. It could be a nice little house in Maple Heights, because I
Yeah.
love I love being from here, and so, I just wanna be happy. So hopefully in 10 years, I'm like, still full and still happy and connected with the people that I love and who love me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You will be God's willing. I always say God's willing for everything. If it's His will, it will be done. So just pray about it, and He'll make it come true.
Yeah.
Again, guys, this is Ariel Franklin. If you're not already following her, do me a favor. Log after you finish the show, share it out. First of all, it's gonna be on Facebook, it's gonna be on YouTube. It does not stay on Instagram. I'm working on figuring that out. This is new with StreamYard.
Mm.
So bear with me. But thank you all so much for tuning in. There will be no Corey Love show without you. So thank you guys. If this is your first time, come back and rock with me. I'm interviewing or having a conversation with all the amazing female filmmakers. We have about 9 more. It might be 10 because the lady from yesterday, I wasn't able to do her. So make sure you keep following. If you're not already following, follow both of us. All right. The Corey Love Show across all the platforms. Guidance, blessings, and love, y'all. Have a good night.